All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's call and the overview and introduction of Visionary and Capricoin and the Capri system. I'd like to welcome everybody to tonight's call. My name is Scott Schlemmer. I'm going to be your host tonight. I'm going to be your presenter. I'm going to lay out some pretty exciting things. I've got those of you that have heard me before know that I have a lot of passion for this niche, for this industry, for this company. And today I'm going to show you three pillars that I use in evaluating business. I'm going to show you how those intertwine with the visionary opportunity with Capricoin and Capri. So as we get people here, to give them a minute here or so, 30 seconds or so to get on the call, those of you also know that I like to usually start with something that is some sort of a quote or something that is relevant to what we're going to talk about. And give me 1 second. So there we go. So the first one today, or the quote of the day today, is from Steve Jobs. And he said, "The ones who are crazy enough to think that they could change the world are the ones who do." And that couldn't be any more relevant than what we've got going on here in 2016 with the advent of technology, how much it's expanded, how much it's grown. I mean, the opportunity, literally the world is your oyster right now. And if you think you can change the world, you literally can change the world. Anybody can, with the social media platforms, with the app platforms, with the cell phone, smartphone applications. I mean, literally anybody can do this. Anybody can make things happen. So love that quote from Steve Jobs. So just wanted to share that real quickly with everybody tonight. Who is Scott Schlemmer? Why would you want to listen to Scott Schlemmer? What does he have to say? What does he have to offer? Well, first of all, here's my Facebook page. You can see there in my picture, that's my bass boat. I'm an avid bass fisherman. I do a lot of tournament fishing. I am the father of 3 beautiful kids. I've got 2 girls, ages 6 and 3. I've got a young son that is 18 months old. I've got a beautiful wife. This September, we'll be celebrating our 10-year anniversary in Turks and Caicos. So other than that, I am just an ordinary dude. I am just a guy that doesn't have any kind of special skills. What I've done is I've taken what God's given me and I've maximized it and I've done some pretty fun things. I spent 7 years in the golf profession out of college, traveled the country, traveled the world, and played some of the best golf courses around. I've played Pebble Beach. I've played PGA West. I've played Hazeltine National Golf Club. I've been all over the place. Torrey Pines and all kinds of different golf courses. Met a lot of people with a lot of influence. Absorbed a lot of nuggets from those entrepreneurs and those business professionals, and it really took it and ran with it. And so I spent the majority of my career after that in sales and marketing, building small businesses. I've helped take a small manufacturing company from 1.5 million in sales to doubling that within 1 year. I also owned a real estate investment company for 5 years and sold that right in 2005, right before the big bust came. So the timing couldn't have been better for that. But I've also had my failures. I've had small business failures. I went to San Diego to help a startup company get off the ground, and within a year moved on from that. It was a I guess not really. I don't look at anything as a bad decision or a bad choice because everything is a learning opportunity. But it was something that didn't go in the direction that I wanted to. But it didn't cause me to, curl up in the corner in a fetal position and cry and complain. All I did is move on to the next thing, and I was able to open my eyes. And so for the last 5 years, I've been working full time from home on the internet. Doing various different businesses. I live here in West Texas in a small town, so if you live in a small town in the middle of nowhere and you think, well, I need to be in New York or LA or somewhere where there's people, that just isn't true. With internet and technology today, that just is not the case. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. That's how I look at it. So today we're going to show you how you can profit from 2 technologies which are poised to disrupt the largest industry on the planet. Those two technologies are smartphones and peer-to-peer social platforms. Now we look at smartphones today, and you look at how far the internet has come over the course of the last 20 years, and it's just unbelievable how in the early 90s, I'd heard of email, but I didn't have one. I heard about this AOL www dot thing, but didn't exactly understand how it worked. And now I couldn't imagine living without it. We carry it around in our pockets, and the social platforms that are offered with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, all these different places for us to interact. You literally can grow and build your own brand online. So today we're going to talk about a technology that actually is using smartphones and peer-to-peer social platforms. And I like to advocate this as something as similar to what was going on in the early 90s. Not a lot of people know about this. Not a lot of people know what's going on. But over the course of the next 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 years, you're going to see a huge disruption in technology and the way we move money around based off of technology and this peer-to-peer social platforms. So I'm also going to show you today the 3 pillars that I look at when I evaluate any new business. So real exciting here, change in some of the things that I've done in some of my presentations. I just wanted to share with you what I look at, and I'm going to incorporate how that relates to Vizionary, Capricoin, and the Capripay app system, and how important this little system that I have when I evaluate businesses came into play when I decided to take this and run with it. So let's first start with some context. What are the 3 pillars that I look at when I evaluate any new business? Number 1 is leadership. Number 2 is timing, and number 3 is quality of product. If you're missing any one of those 3 things, it's going to make it very difficult for you to succeed in business. You could have the greatest product in the world, but if your leadership is poor, how are you going to get that product into the hands of the right people? If the timing isn't right, how are you going to get that product? If people aren't interested in what you have, how are you going to get it? So all of these things correlate into the 3 things that I look for when I evaluate any new business. So let's touch on the leadership of Vizionary. First of all, number 1, you're looking here at the co-owners and the management team. From left to right, you've got Ladislav Pastor, the CFO. Next to him there is Frode Berg. He is the CEO. Next to him is Andy Morbitzer. He is the president of the company. And then next to him is Jesper Benson, who is the networking advisor. Now, when you look at the correlation of these 4 guys together, they have over 100 years together in business when you combine their experience. And when you look at what we're going to look at today, when you look at technology, when you look at the finance and banking system, when you look at network marketing in that business, and you look at also the retail platform to be able to use the product that we have, you've got a wealth of knowledge here. Ladislav Pastor on the left, the CFO, he built 80 clothing stores and importing companies around Slovakia. He sold that in 2010. So he's got a huge history and rich history in the retail industry, in the importing and exporting industry, in the ability and what we're going to use with this technology. He's got a huge history there. Frode Berg, simply is the vision behind Vizionary. As Gary Vaynerchuk said, he is the clouds in this company. He has got a huge vision for this. He has been a super successful networker, network marketing business, investor, and overall businessman himself. And then next to him you have Andy Morbitzer, who is a friend of mine. He is the president of the company. He spent 20 years in and around Wall Street. So now when you start incorporating, what we're going to talk about later, you're going to see the value there of how having that experience in and around Wall Street can play an important role in what we're going to talk about today. But he's also got 15 years full-time in the network marketing industry. So he's got a huge background that encompasses everything that we're going to talk about today. And Jesper Benson, experienced businessman, super highly successful networker as well. Over 15, 20 years himself inside a business and doing different business ventures. So you look at the leadership. So when I evaluated this company, and if any of you that are on this call know me, when you present an opportunity to me, the first question I'm going to have is, who's in charge? Who's running this company? What's the character of the company? What's behind this company? And those are the things that I like to look at. And when I saw this, I actually flew out to Spain in September, met the ownership of the group, met some of the other leaders of the group, got to mastermind with them, really got to dig in and find out who they were. And from that point forward, man, I was sold 1,000%. I knew where this company was going. And those are the kind of things that you want to take a look at and you want to evaluate is who's the leadership. And when you've got guys with character like these four, you got guys with experience like these four, I mean, the sky is the limit in where you can go. Also not pictured in this, you're talking about Tahir Ali, who is the CEO of Topsites. He is also an integral part in the technology aspect behind this. He's got 20 years in the software development platform. And so he's got a huge knowledge behind the technological aspect of this. So you've got a great leadership group here. Pillar number 2 is timing. This is one that, is often overlooked, but it is also often, misunderstood. Are you getting involved at the right time? Does the market want your products at this time? And when you look at this, you look at some of the examples here of where we're at inside of technology, inside of what's going on around the world, and the timing of coming up with a technological product that advances you, advances society, advances business. So you look at media consumers. So let's just look at this for an example. You look at print radio, or first there was print, then there was radio, and then there was TV. And that's how you were able to broadcast your content. That was how you were able to advertise. That was how you were able to get your products and services out to people. Now you look at today, those things are starting to go by the wayside. More and more people are getting off the TV. Almost nobody reads the newspaper anymore. And the radio has, pretty much become, Pandora and iTunes. You look at where you're getting your news and your media and your information from: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. All of these different places give you the opportunity essentially to have your own media distribution company. And so you have a huge opportunity inside of that to create different things and disrupt technology. I mean, Facebook is disrupting it as the largest, producer of content, yet they don't own any content. You and I and everybody else are putting the content out there. We're putting our brands out there. We're doing these things along with Pepsi. This is all reserved for big companies like Pepsi and Coca-Cola and Home Depot and all these companies before, because it was too expensive to do it. Now we can all do it. That is what you call disruption of technology. Look at it in the hospitality industry. Marriott, this is a great example. Hotel chain founded in 1957, has a market cap of $19 billion. Airbnb is essentially a website where you can go and rent rooms or rent your house or rent your condo or whatever you want. You can rent it by the day, you can rent it by the week, you can rent it by the month. Yet they don't own any of this real estate. Their valuation is $25.5 billion, more than $6 billion more than Marriott. The transportation industry, the U.S. taxi industry, in existence since the 17th century. The industry size is $11 billion annually. Uber, been around since 2009, 5 times higher valuation than the taxi industry at $50 billion. It's incredible. Uber and Airbnb are great examples of companies that disrupted their industries and made early stage investors really rich. Some of these investors made more than 6,000% returns. So you talk about timing, okay? Number 2 into the market is timing. So do you have a product? Is something that you have the right time at the right place? Some of the great businessmen in this world, some of the most successful, aren't necessarily smarter than you. They aren't any better than you. They don't do things, extraordinarily well. They just got in at the right place at the right time and took the right action. And that's what we're looking at here today with the opportunity I'm going to share with you in a minute, is the timing is perfect. So you look at this slide here, we've got Airbnb, Alibaba, Facebook, Uber, Bitcoin. All 4 of those are the largest in their industry. So Bitcoin is the world's largest bank, yet it actually has no cash. Uber is the world's largest taxi company, yet it owns no vehicles. Facebook, the world's largest media owner, it creates no content. Alibaba, the most valuable retailer, has no inventory. It's bigger than Walmart. The world's largest accommodation provider, Airbnb, talked about it owns no real estate. Think about how those things are disrupting the world, how they're disrupting traditional business right now. Pillar number 3 is the quality of the product. Is your product viable in the marketplace? Does it have a future? Is there a rhyme or a reason for it to be there? Those are the next things that you want to look at when you're evaluating a business opportunity. So today, I'm going to introduce to you Capricoin, Vizionary, and the CapriPay app. Capricoin is a new global currency. It's positioned to be a key player and a dominant force in the cryptocurrency industry. It's the product quality we're going to find out. Think about it. Let's just put some context into this. 99 out of every $100 you spend today is already digital money, right? So it could be a credit or a debit card or an electronic check or paying online or on your phone or whatever it is. Almost every penny that you spend today is spent digitally. We are moving from a world of centralization to one of decentralization is what this means. So it only makes sense that with the advocacy of smartphones and peer-to-peer platforms that your money would be next. So a little bit of a history. Let's rewind here and let's get a little bit of a history as to what we're talking about. So you're probably wondering, what is cryptocurrency? Capricoin is a cryptocurrency. I don't have any idea what that means. Okay, so Bitcoin might have been something that you've heard of. It was established in 2009. It is the very first cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is the standard in today's cryptocurrency market. It's now accepted as a global currency. It's accepted at over 400,000 companies around the world. You can see some examples there. Dell. You can buy a new Dell computer. You can book a trip on Expedia. You can Overstock, Virgin Atlantic, Tiger Direct, 7-Eleven, PayPal. All of these different places accept Bitcoin as a way of transacting. So let's look at that. Okay, so what is the timing rate with this product in this industry? Appreciated in value from 1 cent USD to, I think actually today I saw it was $575 today is what it was. So take $100 in Bitcoins in 2009. That would be worth $5.75 million today. That is absolutely mind-blowing. So you want to talk about timing. Nobody knows about this. I told you earlier that this is a lot like the internet in the early 90s. 90% of this world doesn't even know that this exists, yet it's already made thousands of people millionaires. That's what I call outstanding timing. So while Bitcoin has had some success, it also has some shortcomings, and it's allowed us to evaluate its strengths and its weaknesses and improve on it. And so that's what we've done. So what is the quality of the product of Capricoin, right? How does it improve? You just saw the timing of the industry and how that was incredible from what happened in Bitcoin in 2009. And now you're looking at a new version of cryptocurrency, right? How have we improved on that? What have we done to differentiate ourselves? What is the quality of the product? So how is Capricoin and Bitcoin archaic? How is Capricoin better than Bitcoin and the archaic banking system? Well, Bitcoin has a delay in conversion to global currencies. So when you use a Bitcoin, you spend it, it takes anywhere from typically 60 seconds up to a minute, maybe 2 minutes, but it can take as upwards as 30 minutes, even a couple hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. Capricoin is the second generation cryptocurrency. It has instant global transactions, 3 seconds or less. It actually you can make a transaction in Capricoin faster than you can with your credit card. They're also less expensive than traditional banking methods. So when you say, well, what do you even need cryptocurrency for, right? So what's the point of it? Well, the cost of transactions with the current banking system are so high. Credit card processing fees, 2 to 3%. Wiring money, $20 to $60. You look at your standard checking accounts, savings accounts. You're paying the bank money to store it. You're not even getting any kind of interest on that. You're paying them to store it. It's incredible how far this has fallen. Capricoin has also been designed to handle high volumes of e-commerce. If 100,000 or even tens of millions of people start using it tomorrow, it will function without interruption. Capricoin is also a legitimate cryptocurrency. And how do you know that? What is a legitimate cryptocurrency? Well, you can go check it out on any of the public exchanges. So you look at here, you get bittrex.com. This is a place where you can actually go buy and sell Capricoin. So even if you aren't involved with Visionary, and even if you are involved with Visionary, we encourage you, to learn the markets, to, learn from somebody like myself or somebody else inside of the company, so that you can get your Capricoin at the best possible price. You can also see it here on bluetrade.com. This is another one of the public exchanges where it's traded. And now you say, what is a public exchange? You might be asking, right? So it's no different than a cattle exchange, really. It's a place where buyers and sellers come to meet to transact. And it's as simple as that. It doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. You can see here on yobit.net as well, the coin market cap, and the World Coin Index. So Capricoin and CapriPay. So CapriPay is the app that is allow you to move the money from peer-to-peer, from peer to merchant. We are just launching this app here over the course of the last 3 or 4 months. Right now we are on version 4 of this app, moving forward extremely fast in its abilities and what it can do. We now have about, I think, 25 or 30 merchants that we're actually testing the merchant platform with. And so once we get all the kinks and the bugs and all those things worked out with the merchants, you're going to see something here that is going to be unlike anything else. You're going to see Bitcoin, who has over 400,000 merchants, on steroids. That's how I like to look at it, because you're going to have instant transactions. You're going to be able to make those transactions peer-to-peer, peer-to-merchant. You're going to be able to convert it from Capricoin to any other currency you want. You can convert it to Bitcoin, or you can convert it to USD or Euro or any other currency. Those are all going to be abilities that you're going to have inside of the CapriPay platform. So it's going to be as simple, basically, as taking a phone. You're going to show up at your local merchant. You're going to be able to take your phone. You're going to be able to scan it, and it's going to take the coins out and whatever value of that currency is, and the merchant's going to get paid in the value of that currency. And it's state-of-the-art technology, been designed to be an instant digital payment solution, like I just said. CapriPay is the world's first cryptocurrency payment solution, also with a cashback program. So you've got a cashback option here as well. And so what's going to happen is it's going to drive a whole new group of people to these merchants' platforms because of the cashback program. Merchants are going to have customers that they've maybe never could reach before because of this solution. It's going to be free for customers, free for merchants to accept payment in Capricoin. So all of this technology is free for them to use. Also, it has the ability to convert Capricoin to US dollars, Euro, Yuan, or any other country's currency in real-time transactions. So think about that. No other cryptocurrency has this technology. That is absolutely incredible right there. It takes all the risk out of what happens with the merchants. CapriPay is fast, it's secure, it's easy. You can go check it out here at capripay.com. You can see a screenshot here of the website. There's a merchant sign right there, cryptocurrency accepted here. You can pay in Capricoin with the CapriPay app there. So like I said, it's attractive for companies. It's a loyalty program. It's free of charge. Easy to download of the app, instant verification of payment, attract new customers, no chargebacks, no fraud, no payment processing fees, marketing tool that's free of charge, and you can make money from Capricoin customers. So this is the world's first cryptocurrency with a cashback rewards program. It happens in 3 seconds or less. It's cheaper, it's faster, it's quicker, it's more secure, and it's easier. Is this a good quality product? That's what I ask. So you look at the 3 pillars of leadership, timing, quality of product, and all 3 of those hit a home run right here. Capricoin has also been designed to work hand in hand with fiat currency. It's not here to replace it. So we're not here to try to compete with the US government or with any of the other governments, because that is just a war that you're not going to win. It's also endorsed by some of the industry's best. I mean, tenured, successful cryptocurrency advisor Gary Connor, who is the editor-in-chief of Altcoin Today, you can go check out his newsletter at altcointoday.com, is one of the leading experts in the cryptocurrency world. He called this, quote unquote, you see there, the perfect coin, and to acquire as many as you can. We literally have been in this for about 18 months. And if you look at the history and the track record of where Bitcoin was within 18 months, I mean, this is far and away exceeding where that is going. You've got a huge opportunity here, and Gary, you know, is a third-party advisor that recognized it, and you know, you can look him up and you can see what he says about Capricoin yourself. It's been termed the people's coin. It's easy to use right on your smartphone. Like I said, it's peer-to-peer, instant transactions, no fees to transact, no limits on how much or how little to send. So, you know, if you're looking to try to take some money out of the bank and they say, well, you got a $1,000 daily limit, well, there's no limits on this. If you need to pay a $10,000 bill, or you want to pay off something that's, you know, in large amounts of money, it happens instantly and it happens fast. It's instant transactions. But the most important aspect that sets Capricoin apart, so here is the number one thing to me that sets it apart, is it has an innovative marketing strategy. Now you're adding quality of product on top of quality product with Vizionary. Vizionary essentially is a cryptocurrency mining company exclusive to Capricoin, leading the coin to be accepted by the mainstream public, which is why it's called the people's coin. There are several ways to make money. I'm not going to go into great detail on all these. We could be here all night doing that. Get back with the person who invited you on this call to be able to share with you how you can make money. But unlike most companies, there's 5 ways to make money without sponsoring a single person. First of all, it's your Capricoin. Number 2, staking on an external wallet. Number 3 is the retail platform. Number 4 is a 20 to 40% bonus for participation. Number 5 is cashback. 7 is there's 7 ways to build a business. 6 is the getting started bonus, a fast start bonus, direct sales commission, binary network team commission, matching bonus, leader matching bonus, and then the Capripay rewards and loyalty program. So you have 7 different or 12 different ways, 5 of which don't require a single person to be talked to or sponsored or anything in regards to this. The Capripay cashback system, you know, it's real simple. You are a customer, you pay the merchant, you get 7.5. 75% of the cash back. Let's use $100 for example. You get $7.50. Okay, so if you introduce the customer, you're going to get 75 cents back on their purchase. So if you introduce Capripay to somebody, say, hey, download the app, you know, go get some Capricoin, go into your local grocery store, pay in Capricoin, and they go do that, you're going to make 75 cents on the dollar just for the simple 75 cents on $100 just for simply referring them. And customer 2 is going to get 5%. So if you're a customer of the customer, you're going to get 5%. On the merchant platform, it's the same way as merchants introduce this to other merchants. It's absolutely astounding, you know, the ability here to make money, to build this network, to have this growth, which ultimately the movement of the money, the growth, all of these different things are going to be what drives the value of this coin long term. Let's get on here to the next one. So how do you get involved with Vizionary? How do you get involved? What's the best way to get involved with this? First of all, you're going to register. It's about $50 USD to get your registration package. You know, you're going to get education. You know, with all of these different packages here, with the bronze, the silver, the gold, the platinum, the Visionary, you're going to have a, you know, awesome. Not only are you going to have an awesome leadership from the ownership group, but you're going to have an awesome group of leaders that are going to be here to help you as well, to teach you, to help you understand this. You know, to do 3-way calls, to do different things, whatever it is that you want to learn, whatever it is that your goal is, that's how we're going to work with you. So my encouragement tonight is to pick out a slot, you know, one that fits you, one that makes you comfortable, maybe stretches you a little bit beyond comfort, just to get you into action, because we all know that if we're just doing something that's comfortable, you know, we have a tendency to push it off to tomorrow and the next day. If we push ourselves a little bit beyond our comfort zone, now it's like, man, I gotta get into action. I gotta take care of this. And so, you know, you can see our different packages there. You know, find the one that fits you best, and get back with the person that invited you on this call. One thing I like to point out: this is still your money. It's just in a digital form. That's the beauty of this. The byproduct of our product, which is mining time, the byproduct is money. And so the money that you're putting in is still yours. It's just that it's in a different form. It's in a form that probably makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you don't understand it right now. But you know what? When you first signed up for that first email, you were like, what's that email account? How do I do this? Who's even going to look at this? Why would I want to do that? Or when you went on and you made your first purchase on Amazon, you were like, oh man, is somebody going to steal my credit card? Well, everything worked out just fine. And now you can imagine, not doing that. You buy stuff on your phone. I buy stuff on my phone every single day, just about. So it's, this is simply your own money. You own, manage, and control it. It's just that it's in a different form. Some of the features that we have here in Visionary, cryptocurrency education and training, regardless of whether you get involved, you want to educate yourself on this. To me, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, this is where the future is. We will be spending this money. You will look back on this in 5 years and be like, man, I remember hearing about this, 5 years ago. Now look at where it's gone. Look at what this whole niche, this whole industry has done. Visionaries, so you want to get yourself educated. So we offer a great education program and training. Like I said, some of the top leaders in this industry, some of the top experts inside of cryptocurrency. You get all of that inside of Visionary. It's also got a 100% automated mining platform. So when you hear about the word mining, or you hear about how to get your coins, and do I got to have some expertise in coding or development or anything like that? You don't have to have any special knowledge whatsoever. If that was the case, I wouldn't be here right now. I promise you that. You get weekly training webinars, corporate replicated websites, Visionary Tracker app. So we've got a Visionary app, we've got the CaptaPay app. You can get those on your phone right now, actually, by going to the App Store or the Google Play Store. You get live technical chat support with any questions or problems that you're having. And you get exclusive private community membership. And you get live events at luxurious locations. In fact, we're about to head back to Spain here in September. So as we go through this, we've got some exciting things coming too. As you can see here, we've got the MasterCard, Visionary MasterCard coming soon. But our mission here is to create a coin that allows individuals to participate in one of the most meaningful wealth transfers in the history of mankind. A shift from a centralized, fee-ridden banking system to a no-fee, no-restriction, instant, peer-to-peer financial platform that can all be completed on a smartphone. And it's exciting, and it's happening now. There will never be a better time to be one of the early adopters of Capricoin. That statement right there is absolutely spot on, and it's literal. There's no mandatory auto ships inside of this program. So think about that. When you look at, home-based business opportunities, typically it comes with some sort of mandatory auto ship where your $150 a day is coming out of your pocket to collect some product you don't even want, that you don't even want to use. It starts to fill up your cupboards, it starts to fill up your closet, it starts to fill up your garage. That does not happen here. There are no mandatory auto ships. So when you talk about the 97% failure rate, most of that 97% is because there's always money going out and never money coming in for people. I would say 97% of the people that I've introduced to this are in profit, literally. That is not even an exaggeration or a hype or anything like that. 97% of the people that I've introduced to are in profit because they don't have an auto ship, because they've been able to take advantage of the non-recruiting things. They've been able to recruit a few people and not have to worry about, do I have to get so many people up here to catch up to my auto ship every month? Well, I can't do it, and people are quitting and they're dropping off, and everything just folds up and everybody goes their separate ways. You don't have that issue here. We're breaking records right now. We're the world's first MLM on the exchanges with our own blockchain cryptocurrency. So we're the world's first cryptocurrency payment solution provider with a cash back. So those are two things. When you talk about timing, think about that. You always hear about how important it is to get involved in a company early, to get involved in a niche early. Well, not only are you getting involved in the company early here in the first 18 months, but you're getting involved in a niche at the very beginning, in an industry at the very beginning. It's not even scratching the surface yet of what the potential is and where this is going. So as a member of Visionary, you have the chance to be a part of a world-class, one-of-a-kind opportunity that will literally change the world in terms of how money is used. That is spot on right there. So I'm going to wrap this up here again with the three pillars of what we're looking for when you're looking at opportunities. You know, the three things that I look for. I'm looking for leadership, timing, quality of product. And I laid out examples on all three of those here of why this, to me, is the best opportunity of 2016, why it's been an incredibly blessing of an opportunity for 18 months since I've been involved. And right now, literally, we're putting together some different programs and different things we're going to be rolling out here real soon that are they're gonna take the top off of this thing, things that we didn't have in the beginning when I started. And so right now, literally, when I say that, it is the best time to get started with Visionary. So what I encourage everybody to do is I encourage you to get back with the person that invited you on this call, get your questions answered, get your $47, $50 registration package, buy your mining package, start mining coins today, and then start building your business, whatever that is. You know, if it's introducing people, that's fine. If it's not, that's fine too. There's no mandatory auto ship, remember. So I thank everybody for being on this call. I hope you got some value out of it. Hopefully you learned something here, even if you don't get involved, that you learned something that you can take with you into the future. But I encourage you today, get your questions answered, get educated on cryptocurrency, because it is the future. It is the way we are going to be transacting here in the future. So at the very least, get your education, get your questions answered. And I look forward to seeing you guys, though. Those of you that decided to take action tonight to get started, I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Come say hi. We've got a VIP Facebook group that you can be involved with. We've got a Skype training group. We've got different places where you can go, different resources you can use. So hopefully everybody has an amazing evening. And thanks again for being on this call, and we'll talk soon.